Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about a feature that I've run across sometimes when repairing boomboxes. It's called the stereo wide feature. Normally what you have on boomboxes are mono and stereo functions, and this one has one extra called the stereo wide function. Now I didn't remember what that was, and it was kind of a little puzzle to me. I may have learned it at one time in my electronics career. So I did a little research, and I think maybe I've come up with the answer. When you hit the stereo wide button, what basically happens is that you put one of the speakers out of phase. Now normally when you, for example, if you hook up a stereo system and you're listening to stereo music, and the stereo music's going to have some sound that's coming from the middle, for example a bass or a speaker singer, and you're going to have like material coming from the right, which would be like your guitar, and maybe like a violin coming from your left, or a piano. Well, what happens then is if the speakers are hooked up correctly, that is, if you have here the plus to plus and the minus to minus, what's going to happen is both the mono, I think it's the mono material in the sound, you're still going to have your stereo information here too, like I said, like your guitar or your piano whatsoever. That material, which is really common to both sides, is going to make the cone move forward and backwards at the same time, like my hands are doing. But if you reverse the phase of one of the speakers, basically what's called the speakers being out of phase, like I did here, I soldered the minus to the plus on the speaker, and I soldered the plus wire here, the red wire, to the minus on the speaker. So basically they're hooked up wrong now. And what happens is the cones, instead of like moving forward and backward at the same time, one of them's going to be going forward and one of them's going to go backwards. And what's going to happen is this audio energy is basically going to try to cancel itself out. And that is, since you have this signal weakening or this signal attenuation, that's actually going to make it sound like you have more stereo, because you're going to hear like your guitar on the right here more, and you're going to hear your piano more. So basically that's just what it is. It's just like an audio trick, but it's actually pretty effective. Now here's an actual boombox of one of these features. As you can see, it has the mono, the stereo, and the wide. This is a little, I think it's a little Iowa TPR 940. A little nice built little box. What I was actually using as a demonstration model, I think it's a Sharp model, a GF 9797. I don't think that has that feature on it. Anyways, I hope this explanation helped a little bit.